Hi art students. Today we're going to learn a few pencil drawing techniques. So I want you to get out a piece of paper and have a pencil and an eraser. At the top you can write pencil techniques. On the upper left corner, I want you to write value scale. And then in parentheses, please write steps. On the upper right corner, please write value scale. And in parentheses, write blended. At the bottom, we're going to try a cube. So please write cube. Okay, the first thing I want you to do is draw a very long rectangle under the value scale steps. And draw another rectangle under value scale blended. Now you're going to label. This is going to be dark value, medium value, and light value. We're going to do the same here. We're going to write dark est, so that's the darkest, to lightest. Okay, now we're going to try to make a value scale using steps. So we're going to divide this rectangle into roughly 5 or 6 smaller rectangles. I have 7, that's fine. So let's start with the darkest value. You're going to press as hard as you possibly can press with your pencil. So this is a very dark value. I'm going to go one way and then the other way. On the opposite end, we're going to press as light as we possibly can press with the pencil. Okay, and then we're going to gradually press lighter and lighter, and that's how it's a scale. It goes from dark to medium to light in steps. So maybe this needs to be a little darker. And this is medium. Okay, so we have darkest, lighter, lighter, medium, lighter, lighter, lightest. Okay, now we're going to try a value scale that's blended. So we're just going to press as hard as we can on the left side and gradually get lighter pressure towards the left side of the rectangle. So we're pressing lighter and lighter and lighter as we get to the right. I'm going to do that one more time. So we're pressing very hard, gradually releasing the pressure of our pencil to get lighter value. Okay, so why is it important to know value? Well, once you know how to shade from dark to light, you can pretty much use this technique with any object that you draw. So let's try it now to draw a cube. So you're going to draw the shape of a square under the cube. This is just a square. It's a 2D shape, but we're going to transform it into a 3D shape. A 3D form. So off of the right top corner of the square, draw a diagonal line coming about halfway as long as the length of one side. And we're going to draw off the bottom right corner a line that's parallel to the top right and the same length. Off the top left corner, do the same, a diagonal line parallel with these two lines. These three lines are all parallel. Now we're going to close off the cube by drawing a parallel line with the top of the square to connect these two lines. And then one more vertical line to connect the top left to the bottom, top right to the bottom right corner. Okay, so now we have our basic cube form, but no value. So we're going to add some value. We're going to imagine the light is coming from the top left. So this is our light source. So where would the light hit? The light would hit on this side and the shadow would be on the right hand side. So I'm going to put my darkest value on the right hand side of the cube. I'm going to try to stay in the lines, but if you go outside the lines a little, that's okay. We can erase it later. Okay, once you've added your darkest value, you can sharpen it up with your eraser so that your edges are a little cleaner. All right, we're going to add a shadow that's off of the cube. This is going to make it really look like the object is sitting in space on something. So we're going to draw two lines coming out of the cube and then close it off kind of like the top of a house. This is going to be a medium value, so about in the middle of your value scale is going to be the shadow. Okay, we're going to add a medium value on the top of the cube. Again, it's okay if you go outside the lines a little bit. We can sharpen it up in a minute. Medium value on the top. I'm going to use my eraser just to sharpen up the edges a little bit. And finally, let's put a very light value on the front of the cube. So the lightest that you can press with your pencil. And I might even use my finger to smudge it a little bit. Okay, and there you have it. This is our first pencil practice. We have a value scale using steps, a value scale that's blended, and we even drew a 3D cube using pencil.